with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games we play, can't take it personal.
Cause the devil is a lie. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, it's all in what you do. Hey, some things you gotta do. Hey, 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 hey. Barbershop conversation, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe. But we in the barbershop. We in the barbershop, man. 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, man. Sunday through Thursday. And Clockers is the movie for the next 2 weeks. Clockers is the next week. We had a great time with New Jack City, and it's funny how it's so relatable to the real world today. And we in this son of a bitch, man. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm gonna say this right now: if Crawford leaves Top Rank, I'm the greatest ever. I am the greatest ever because, and this is why I am the greatest. I don't give it to anybody because before it gets cool to talk about a subject, I bring it up. Now everybody's talking about Crawford needs to leave. He ain't getting a fight. Nobody was saying that shit 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago when he resigned. I was getting death threats. Crawford team emailing me. Bomac still in my phone. I'm telling you, man, everybody needs a friend like Frederick in their life. That's just gonna tell you the truth. Don't need your money. Don't need your approval. I need your support sometimes. But at the end of the day, your validation doesn't make me get butterflies in my tummy. And I don't need you to be like, oh, to make me better. You know what I'm saying? So rumor has it, I don't know how true it is. I have no idea. But since I saw a title, I'm going to run with it. Terrence Crawford, he should have did this 2 years ago. He should have listened to me 2 years ago. Yeah, I can brag a little bit. All his friends that was saying he don't know what he's talking about. Fred don't know what he's talking about. Fred's a hater. No, all I was trying to do was build the fight and get Terrence Crawford the most money he could possibly get. But I'm a hater. Right? Man, I'm going down in history as the most fearless frontline reporter probably in the history of this shit. The history. Gotta be because no one says the shit that they do and shows up on fight night. No one does that shit but me. No one will go up to Andre Ward. No one has ever done it but me. Right? No one has ever gone up to Eddie Hearn and says the same thing online that he says in person. No one has ever done it. Everyone says it online. Chat. I'm the GOAT. And quarantine is right now, we got a break, is exposing the truth. People can say what they would do in real life. People say what they might do in real life. What that nigga say? Not one time, not one line. Ain't that what that nigga Jay say? Man, welcome to the barbershop, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the motherfucking barbershop. And Bud Crawford's going to have to leave because they can't pay his $3 million guarantee. And he should have learned that shit on his first pay-per-view against Postall, but he resigned knowing that he really can't generate that revenue without a great opponent because he doesn't really have like a fan base that travels. You know, he'll sell out Omaha. You know, many fighters can sell out their region. You know, I'm talking about the A-level fighters. You know, there's a handful who can't. Let's see who can't. Maybe like Ugas, he doesn't really have a home here. Maybe like Sean Porter, Tyson Fury. Maybe he can sell out the UK. I don't know. I don't know if he can sell out in the UK, but not in America, like Vegas. He needed help. But there's a handful of fighters who can't. But where they have to be a great opponent, you know. So and this may be because they can't get an opponent for November 14th that they can pay. You know, like you got to pay the opponent. And I guess they're unwilling to pay the opponent. And now Terrence Crawford is frustrated because he's going to be vilified through the media. And he has no allies in media. He has none. I mean, who can you run to when I need love? Who can I run to? Who can he run to? I've been telling him for years, and I've been called the hater. How many times have y'all called me the hater? Shout out to the realest nigga to come out of Omaha behind me. For real. He might have listened, you know. So, but I genuinely wish him well. Hopefully he gets the opponents that he rightfully asked for. And I wish him well. He just turned 33, if I'm not mistaken. I saw someone post about his birthday or something like that. And I wish him well. You're in the last quarter of your prime, and I want you to get as much money as possible. You get hit in the head. You run those 500 miles for camp. You do the 75 rounds of sparring. You take care of your beautiful kids and your beautiful wife and your beautiful friends and all that. It's important that you get everything out of boxing that you're supposed to get out of, and let this be a lesson learned, because a lot of black fighters don't get me. It's like I'll give a great example. Like Carissa Shields don't get me. Now she's stuck. She's railroaded. I was actually trying to help her out. Raquel Miller would have put her in a perfect position to keep her relevant. When was the last time you thought of Carissa Shields? I was trying to create some type of momentum, you know what I mean? And since this is a combat sport, arguing and shit works. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Y'all not gonna when I'm not getting buried, I'm being what is that called? When you get burnt and shit. Cremated. I'm getting cremated. But after I get cremated, y'all gonna be like, that nigga Fred was a genius. Y'all ain't gonna see it now. Crawford ain't gonna see it now. Carissa Shields ain't gonna get it now. Y'all not gonna get it. I get basically get nothing to gain but an interview. You know what I mean? And part of Crawford's demise, for real, is his personality. He has no allies in media who can support him like consistently, you know, and choose your media wisely, but he's not consistent with it. You can post on your Instagram all you want. All people gonna do is like it. Fighters got to understand, people need to hear your voice. You need to answer the questions that they're thinking. You need to answer the questions that they because I'm a curator. You know, my allies are the fans because I talk to them every day. I don't talk to fighters every day. So my loyalty is to the fans of boxing. And that's just the reality of it. And fighters truly don't really grasp that. You know, it's like Showtime. Their loyalty is to their subscriber base. If you have a subscription-based platform, your loyalty is to your subscribers. you respect the talent, you respect them, you get the most out of them as you can, you know, and hopefully there's a fair handshake in there, and hopefully you guys get the method to my madness. I reached out to Team Crawford 2 years ago privately, didn't get no return back. Bomac is a funny dude, you know, but I don't think he can see the finish line. He thought I was a hater. I still pick Errol Spence to beat Terrence Crawford, but it's about the same way I said. Here's one of the second greatest nugget I ever gave you. Before Mike Tyson told Tank Davis this shit, long before, 2 years before Mike Tyson sat down with Tank Davis a week from today, last Friday, and said, y'all together need to make the fight. How many times on this platform have I said Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence need to have a conversation and tell the world how much this fight is worth? That's true power. That's true power when you can walk into Al Heyman's office, walk into Bob Arum's office and say, y'all want us to fight, we need 75 million. He get 40, I get 30. Or you got 42.5, and I get 32.5. That's true power. And that's the reality of it. And I genuinely wish Terrence Crawford well, outside of the what is that? The Errol Spence fight. I wish him well. That's probably the only fight I'm not gonna root for the man. You know, so but I wish him well. And hopefully he makes the right decision this time around. He done squandered 2 years of his life. Ain't his career probably has digressed in terms of his popularity because he's not gonna fight this year. If he don't fight this year and he's telling fans I'm not taking a pay cut, oh man, they gonna look at you like, what? I'm unemployed right now. You won't take a pay cut? You won't go from 3.5 to 2.2? And I'm unemployed. I just borrowed $1,500 from my best friend to pay my mortgage or my rent or my car payment, and you acting like a spoiled millionaire, and he got nobody on his team to say, shh, you shouldn't say that. You should understand the climate right now. There is no pay cut in a motherfucking COVID crisis. There ain't no pay cut. That's what the market is. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, I'm telling my tenants about rental programs now because I want them to eat. Simply put. Yeah. So anyhow, man, I wish him well. And like I said, I'm the greatest to ever do this. Tell me somebody better. Tell me somebody better than me. I'm the greatest. I'm gonna start introing my shit. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest of all time. I am. I'm the greatest of all time. If this modern day era, no journalist is me. No journalist can duplicate the sauce. No journalist can duplicate the strength. No journalist can duplicate the fearlessness. I stayed in the same hotel as Terrence Crawford. Walked through the same hallway, caught the same elevators. I know he's not going to interview with me, so I didn't ask him for an interview. But I'm just saying, like, I understand his team's disdain for me. He has every right not to like me. But at the end of the day, he gonna look up and say, Fred, at the end of the day, only tried to help me. And now he can't get a fight. He's stuck because he has a guarantee that he can't bring in. COVID can't bring in $5 million. How? Charlo Brothers, I don't know what they did, but it for all intents purposes, it flopped. Because if it didn't, Steven Espinoza would be in front of the story. Remember when Pacquiao and McGregor did $4 million? Oh, they knew it. Oh, it's trending to $4 million. News got out less than 24 hours. You know what I mean? It has no people gonna say, yeah, the Charlo's pay-per-view flop, but it has no but they performed great. So their next pay-per-view is gonna be better. People want to see them. There's gonna be an increase. And you got to start somewhere. And I wish the Charlo as well. I enjoyed their performance. So don't take that out of context. And I'm gonna do a video on that. So anyhow, man, Terrence, I really wish you well. I wish you well. Got a strong, beautiful family. And I hope you make the right decision. I'll go to the grave saying you didn't make the right decision. And he got some friends that be yelling online. I forget the brother's name, dog. But I'm the GOAT now. I'm the GOAT, nigga. I never felt an ounce of stress or pressure doing this shit. Never been afraid. Not one time. Not one time. Never been afraid to tell the truth. How many predictions have I said? It's too many to count, dog. It's too many to count how many times I've been right. Eddie Hearn, DAZN. I told y'all from day one. Now it's sexy to say DAZN gonna fail. Everybody's reporting that shit. I was the only one. I told y'all from the moment I said they went to, the moment they broke ground on their business, I said this shit gonna fail. I told you. Showtime cutting the date because they can't, quote unquote, can't get an opponent. How many times have they got 2 weeks to replace an opponent? They say, nah, scratch the date. Ain't nobody gonna watch the shit. We ain't getting no return on it. Scratch that October 11th day. If they was getting a return on it, oh, they would have filled them in with some. Oh, yeah, come on, let's fight. And that's the truest shit. Boxing is in peril right now. And if y'all want, and if the fighters want to save boxing, you got to be like baseball. You got to hit home runs. And what is home runs? The best fighting the best. Mark McGuire versus Sammy Sosa. You had the tale of two cities. privileged white guy from USC against a man from the Dominican Republic. Is he from Dominican, Sammy Sosa? That grew up poor and had nothing, that related to black people. Mark McGuire went to USC, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. And white privileged guy who was supposed to be a star from day one. And Sammy Sosa comes out of nowhere, has the greatest June. What, he hit 30 home runs in June, and now we got a race. Something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. So if we need that, Deontay Wilder got to knock out Tyson Fury. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence got to be a hell of a fight. Tank Davis got to fight Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez is fighting Lomachenko. Y'all better get y'all shit out of third gear and get that shit in the fifth gear. Because if not, it's going to be a niche sport. And women's boxing is going to be dead. Because, I mean, let's be fair. If you have the NBA, which is the most popular sport in terms of numbers, because they play 82 games, the NFL only plays 16. So it's the most popular and most viewed sport in America because of the numbers difference. And the WNBA don't get those numbers. If the male sport don't get the numbers, the female sport won't get the numbers. And that's just how the curve. That's just the bell curve. and boxing. So so I actually, women's boxing is actually growing on me a lot. So and that's it. I do want to see Raquel Miller versus Carissa Shield, but they don't get it. Don't get it at all. They over there chasing. What's their last name? How you pronounce some German and motherfucking foreign name? Anyhow, man, I'm the GOAT. I'm the greatest of all time. Team Crawford. If y'all leave, y'all owe me the biggest apology. And that's cool. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations. I just got an email. Let's see. Yep. Haney Gamboa is officially official. I just got the press release right now. November 7th, and Daniel Jacobs will clash Gabe Rosado on Friday, November 27th. Both doors will be behind Protocol Hard Rock Live at Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. Kind regards. There we go. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.